Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another installment of Scott's Selections here for Wednesday, July 17th. I'm aware that the background is a little bit more, different than usual, but I am in Florida now, so I'll be trying to move it around, try to find a better background. But for now, decided might as well just, give you a slight look at the weather out here. Very nice, about 80-something degrees. Going to try to get a tan for once in my life, and we'll see how that goes. But before we get into the play of the day, we'll quickly recap what happened yesterday. We picked up an unfortunate loss with the Dodgers -1.5 at -115. The line ended up closing roughly -140, so we got a good number on it. But unfortunately, the Dodgers were up 2 runs entering the bottom of the ninth, and Kenley Jansen, who I think is one of the most overrated closers in the entire league, proceeded to give up 3 runs in the bottom of the ninth as they lost outright, and that means that we lost the -1.5 cover. It's definitely a shame. It was a crazy game. They're down 6-1. They scored 7 unanswered runs just to give up 3 runs in the ninth inning. Definitely disheartening, but we'll look to bounce back with a winner on this Wednesday evening. So the matchup we're going to be looking at is between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Texas Rangers, as that game should be kicking off at some point tonight at roughly 8:05 Eastern time. And the play that we like here is actually going to be on the first 5 team total of the Arizona Diamondbacks, and we like the over 2.5, which is available at -125 on 5 dimes. So the main reason why I like this is the fact that Robbie Ray, he's been solid lately. He's been a little bit inconsistent, but the Rangers are also really good at home. So I simply don't want to try to get into, trying to predict how the Rangers will do offensively. However, Jesse Chavez, who's been mediocre this season at best, has been pretty awful in his last 3 starts. As in his last start, he went 5 1/3, gave up 7 runs. Start before that, he went 5 innings, gave up 5 runs. And the start before that, he went 6 innings, gave up 4 runs. He really has not been great, and his numbers against the Diamondbacks are also pretty atrocious, as in 68 total at bats, the Diamondbacks active hitters have a .368 batting average and a .394 on base percentage. So overall, based on Chavez's recent struggles and the way the Diamondbacks have hit him in the past, I simply like the over 2.5 in the team total here. Diamondbacks scored 9 runs yesterday. I know that the wind will be blowing in pretty heavily, but it will still be a very hot day in Texas, as it will be about 98 degrees by first pitch. So overall, I still think that you should see a decent amount of runs. The humidity is going to be decently high. And I think that Chavez, who's not a big home run pitcher, in his own right, I just think the Diamondbacks will piece together enough hits and enough walks to get the job done by the 5th inning, as Chavez has given up at least 3 runs in the first 5 in each of his last 3 starts. So the play of the day will be on the Arizona Diamondbacks first 5 team total, which is over 2.5, which is available at -125 on 5 dimes, and that will be the play of the day for July 17th. Now, with regard to some of the leans for today, I wasn't really a big fan of the baseball card as a whole. I just didn't really think the matchups were that great. In terms of where I'm looking, I'd have to look to the over in the Dodgers and Phillies game. Pavetta's had decent numbers against the Dodgers so far this season, but at the same point, I still have mentioned before, I'm not a big fan of him as a pitcher. Maeda's been pretty good, but his numbers against the Phillies are average at best. And after the offensive showcase that both teams displayed yesterday, I simply think that 10.5 is a little bit too low, and I think that this game will go over the total. Plus, Jansen pitched yesterday. I know that he might have overreacted to his blown save yesterday. He's still a pretty solid closer. I still think he's overrated, but at the same point, he probably won't be available today because he ended up pitching yesterday. So keep that in mind if you decide to back the Dodgers, that they will probably be without their closer. So something to keep in mind there, but I will lean to the over 10.5. Other than that, looking around the card, I like Diamondbacks team total over. I'd lean to the Diamondbacks on the full game, but that's a small lean there, as Ray has pitched really well in his last couple of starts. Other than that, real big toss-up here between the Giants and the Rockies. I know that yesterday I gave out the Giants as a lean, and they ended up winning in extra innings after blowing a lead in the 9th inning. But Gray's numbers have been fantastic against the Giants so far this season, as well as his career, and his numbers at home have been really good. Anderson's never pitched in Coors Field before, so I got to wonder how he will perform. But the Giants are potentially going for the sweep here, and Colorado has looked absolutely abysmal in the last couple of days. So I don't really have many thoughts on that. Money has come in on the under, so a small lean to the under in that one if Gray is going to pitch well. But I really don't know how Anderson will perform in Coors Field, so I'm personally going to pass on that one. Moving on, I lean to the Yankees. I know that they're a minus 155 favorite, give or take, but Germán's been great since coming back off the IL. Chirinos have been pretty good, but the Yankees had a very nice win yesterday, come from behind win, as they ended up having a grand slam by Didi in the later innings as the Yankees were able to win by a score of 8-3. Lean to the Yankees on that one. Other than that, though, really not much to talk about in baseball. Not a big fan of the card. I would lean to the Braves, but that's very small. Nothing really to report. So the play of the day will be on the Diamondbacks team total over in the first 5 innings, which is over 2.5, which is available at minus 125 on 5 dimes. Before we conclude today's video, quick reminder of our sponsor, PointsBet. All-in sportsbook in New Jersey, great deal for you, up to 2 risk-free bets up to $1,000. So if you end up betting on baseball or even WNBA or soccer today, and you end up losing, you get your money back and don't have to worry about making up your entire bankroll. Sorry about the lighting in this video, by the way. I'm still trying to find the right layout for the camera. I'll come up with something later, and I should have a different location for it tonight when I make the tennis video. But other than that, that's going to do it for this installment of Scott Selections here for July 17th. Good luck to all of you and your respective bets today. Bye, everyone.